Are you quiet quitting your job? According to a Gallup, Washington Post survey from August 12, more employees are pulling back on going above and beyond at their jobs. If you are pumping the brakes, what are the more important things in life for you? I'm quiet unionizing? Does that work? Keep my head down, meet production minimums, and gather more and more info while prodding discontent where I can. Quiet quitting is truly an awful phrase. It's basically criticizing people for just doing their jobs rather than hours of unpaid overtime. Or to put it another way, this should be the norm, not the exception. People should only be working their contracted hours. If employers want more work done, they can either pay more people or negotiate additional pay for their existing staff in exchange for extra hours worked. Quiet quitting is just a new term to gaslight people into continuing to do more than what they are paid for, aka fulfilling contracts' base-level expectations. Companies have thrived off of people going out of their way to do more than expected for generations, and now that people have gotten hip to it and no longer giving that extra effort, these companies have to resort to manipulating tactics once again to get people to continue putting out more effort than they are being compensated for. Sorry, boss, but I'm not giving you any more of my time, energy, life than what you're paying me for. Well then, it sounds like you're quiet quitting doing your job. To me, quote, that's not how it works at all. An employer is quiet firing their employer if they don't offer them paid time off, bonuses, paid extra breaks, pay rises without asking, benefits like dental, covered medical care, etc. After being quiet fired from your job, you can't exactly quiet quit, now can you? I asked for a raise as I'm below the 25th percentile for my position. Boss said he could get it done cheaper and lined up a potential replacement before he even called me to discuss. Okay, fine. If I am just an employee, then this is now just a job. I like the gig generally. Silly of me to have, though I was part of something laughable even, and have other things I'd rather focus on than a job hunt. So I'm not looking hard. But I do have an out date and have stopped doing work or answering calls outside of my 8-hour day. How much extra I do at my job is exactly in line with how respected I feel by my management. I always do my job. With my last supervisor, they treated me amazingly and really helped me if I needed it and took the reins if something was too much for me. They advocated for us, was fair and reasonable, and was transparent and always gave us a why for any directive they gave us. I would volunteer when they needed help, share knowledge, help develop tools to aid in our jobs, etc. My new supervisor micromanages, doesn't respond to emails or concerns. And once, early on, when I created a job aid and showed them it, they said, "This is great, we're going to use it," and then never gave it to anyone despite it being obvious that the team could use the job aid, because they kept asking the same questions. I've also caught them taking credit for something I've done as if they did it. And they will parrot information that I have them back to me like I wasn't the one who researched it and told them. For them, I do my job. Quiet quitting is not a thing. It's something being made up to keep people from really quitting their jobs. Employers want things how it used to be yet stopped doing even the basic things for their employees. When did cost of living increases cease to be a thing? That's when people started quiet quitting. I've pretty much checked out at work. I do just enough to show I'm still putting in some sort of marginal effort. But that's it. Absolutely. I was tasked with doing the work of a fellow security guard who was really just a shirt filler. Constantly going above and beyond only meant that I would be assigned more work while the lazy guards would get the same hourly rate as myself. Thankfully, the downtime has allowed me to continue school. When I was quiet quitting my job, it meant I was slowly collecting all my materials I wanted to keep, like positive reviews, and taking my things home one or two things at a time until someone noticed how sterile my desk became. Haha. Anything I could do so that I had less to handle the day of, since the company was notorious for being like, oh, you don't want to be here, don't worry about notice, we'll just call the temp agency and pay them $2 more than you to start tomorrow untrained. Wait, is quiet quitting just doing your job? Some folks will say anything to keep wages low and devalue labor. WFH now. But guess I'm quietly quitting since I'm no longer doing long days. Overtime is paid. Just on average I am doing 7 hours a day now. My reason is health related though, since I was constantly burned out and needed to slow down. Since I'm only doing my contracted hours, guess I'm quietly quitting over my health. On the plus side, we had a rejig around at work so I could split my workload with a new hire, so it's more achievable in a 7-hour window. Come on guys, corporate wants every ounce they can get out of you. I've been quiet quitting the moment I started working LMAO. I do my job for the hours I'm supposed to do and nothing more. I see so many people who put in everything just to be in the same job position as me at 20-30 years older. Just a waste of time. So now doing your job is considered quiet quitting? How's that Kool-Aid taste? I am not. Never gone above and beyond since I started here, so there is nothing to quietly quit. Quit quitting? Bruh, I've been doing this for decades now. Tears of joy. I am definitely not quietly quitting. I am just finally giving the company what they are paying me for. If they expect the work they received previously, then they can compensate accordingly. My mental health. Being able to have freedom. Being able to make plans. Not being yelled at and treated like another number. Nice try. Wall Street Journal op-ed page trolling for out-of-touch comments to print.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.